Welcome to the Forensic Happy Hour. Wow, it's been a little bit of time, and probably for a reason. But I'll talk a little bit about. So today, I guess it's been since May 20th. Danny Garcia was the last guest on here on May 20th. And I'll just do my regular cheers. Cheers to everyone that's watching. And I'm not going to say it's going to be a hard one, but hey, what's Lee been doing? What's Lee been up to? Actually, Oxygen Forensics, all that great stuff that we'll get to a little bit later. But on May 20th was the last show that I had, obviously live, and with Danny. And then it was 3 days later. So on May 23rd, had a little bit of an accident. The accident involved a power tool. And that power tool actually severed my foot from my leg. Well, I guess cut my leg above the ankle. And when I say cut, it actually went through both bones down there and took it down. I was actually holding my foot in my hand, my left foot. And, looking down at it saying, hey, I'm holding my foot in my hand. This is kind of weird. As I looked at it, I said, hey, there's my calf and everything else. Just had about 3 inches of skin. My Achilles was still holding my foot on my body. So seriously, no, it's not like some horror show, but it kind of was interesting. Luckily, I had my wife at home that, as I said, hey, I might need a tourniquet to get this taken care of. Did that, and all is well, so to speak, right? So it's, after that happened, about 3 surgeries. I'm 3 surgeries kind of into it. Don't have to have anymore, I don't believe, which is great. Didn't make a big deal of it just because, hey, things happen like that. But hey, the good part about it's a great story to tell because, it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of work, with Oxygen, putting things together, trying to not really think or have the PTSD about that day, and kind of moving forward every day. Interesting thing. I didn't let a lot of people know, even at work. The next day I was emailing, making sure that everyone knew that, hey, business as usual, and there are no excuses, right? It has been quite interesting, and it makes you look at a lot of things, take things for granted, like walking. I tell the story now about when I did it, thinking like, hey, at least, running and all of the competitive things that I do, at least I'll have a metal blade, and it'll be pretty awesome to do that. And I actually told, when I was the first surgery in the emergency room, I said, hey, it's okay. If I wake up, it's gone. I'll have an awesome blade, be able to run on that, and it'd be kind of cool. But hey, they did an amazing job, all the surgeons, actually putting my foot back on. It's, reattaching nerves, arteries, tendons, all throughout there. And if you didn't know, you have like 300 muscles in your foot. Granted, I have about 50% usage of that. But it's, again, in May, I'm back to running on this, and set up to get back in. I have a triathlon in June. So at least I'm in a new category, though. I'm an adaptive athlete, so I'm looking forward to doing that. But it's kind of obviously a hard thing to talk about, and I really publicly haven't come out and said anything because whatever, things happen. It's just how you move on to that, and I think the best thing out of that is continuing on. Everyone goes through issues. Everyone has problems. It's just having a positive attitude and making sure that you work hard in everything that you do, right? It might be trying to live, trying to survive, as you're sitting there bleeding, referring back to that. But it's just keeping that mindset and working towards it, and working towards that goal of getting back and just getting back and doing what you're doing, knowing that you're never going to be back 100% in what you have done before, but I'm gonna get there, and I'm gonna get pretty close to doing that, and I'm obviously excited about some of the things. And it's not just about me. I wanted to it's I don't want to say it was like clickbait to get you guys to say, hey, what was Lee doing? And I'm sure if you guys have, or first time that you've heard, well, I'm sure it's a first for a lot of people that heard about my accident. But hey, best part about it is the things and the progress that we have made at Oxygen. With today, with the release of our Oxygen Analytic Center, it's been years that we've been really working on this, and that's one of the trying to keep the momentum up to that, and the development of this tool, has it's been one of those really progressions from trying to think and get from our customers of what they need and what they need to be successful. Obviously, we have Detective, which is our flagship, our application that we have for the extraction of the data from the cloud, from mobile devices, computer artifacts, all that great stuff. But obviously, having those or that tool, it's kind of a singular deal, right? It's an individual who's extracting that information, putting it together, trying to have their customer, or if it's a client, or if it's in law enforcement side of it, really those having to get it back to the investigator, say, hey, here's the viewer, kind of go through this, tell me what's really important to you, as part of that. And then if we talk about custodians, or you have multiple clients, if you're on the civil side of it, that you're having them try to review the information. And it was kind of how can we make it easier for someone to, say, review the data that might have a better understanding of that information, but have multiple people simultaneously not only reviewing it, but being able to go in and bookmark items, tag items, search for items, be able to really handle that investigation, because we know that devices, it's now plural, making sure that any type of case that you're working, there's really multiple pieces of evidence, from computers, from from mobile devices, computer, or cloud services. So the issue there's just way too much information and data that's out there. So, bringing a tool that now allows that word, the collaboration, if you've seen the video, but not only that, it allows for that concurrent viewing, and really at the same time, I'm gonna bookmark an item, I might tag an item. The person that's also working the case is able to see that in real time. Best part about it, it's really anywhere in the world, you're able to access this information with the username and password that's granted to you by the case administrator, or by the administrator of this instance of Analytics Center, so that you're able to now go in and take down, hey, you need to go and review this device, or this type of this data, this subset of data, be able to find that information, because we all know the backlogs. I mean, we're talking years and years. The backlog of digital data. We're talking not months anymore, but sometimes it's years, multiple years of being able to go in and find that information, be able to have the time to go through that, have the resources, right, the money to handle all of this information. And now, within a single tool, you have multiple users, that you're able to go and say, upload information that might be from other competitive tools, be able to push data from Oxygen Forensic Detective, into this instance anywhere in the world, and then have multiple people review it. So you might be on the plane, you might open up your iPad or open up your laptop, be able to log directly into that instance, be able to start collaborating in real time with those individuals. Now you're cutting down really on the costs. Especially have customers, multiple customers. Just think of this use. You have a client or multiple clients, right? That you had, and you were doing, say, digital forensic services for them, and you're going through all this, and then you're like, okay, now I have to go and fly to Texas to go now and show my client and go through the information with them, and then I got to jump on another plane from Texas and go to Colorado because I have another client there that I'm working that I need to go and show this stuff to, and now I need to go to Utah and this client. So now obviously you're on the road, you're going through that. Now you simply have all the information within that, and you can have those clients logging into an instance of Analytical Center or Analytics Center, and they're able to have and see only their information that you have allowed them to do. I mean, it's what they have paid you to do. Now they're reviewing that information. No longer do you have to go in and, hey, I need to show this. You can have them go through the information. They can create their own reports. They can go and export this information that they might have. So again, now saving you that customer and that user really time and money. And if you look at it this way, I'm always one to think about multiple tools, right? You have to have a tool belt on there. And so I didn't want to take with Analytics Center and say, hey, you know what? If you don't utilize our tools, you're not able to go in and use the power of the tool of Analytics Center. And so, no, now, we allow really the import of competitive tool images. We allow import of, say, PST and OST files, because we know, especially on email investigations, that's a big part if we start talking about with the enterprise and enterprise solutions, to be able to go through that information, be able to upload that. And built into, especially with the our AI that we built into a lot of these, with the searching, with the matching capabilities, with our image categorization that we have on there, with our facial categorization that's also built into that. I mean, it's extremely powerful tool, and it's, again, browser based. Your customers that are, say, logging in and utilizing this, or the reviewers that might they really don't have a forensic background on that, are able to, go into this information, be able to gather, and be able to present, and they don't have to have that technical background. So I think it's super exciting to go in and bring a tool like this that we've been working on this for years. And to put it out, we could have put it out several times, but really wanted to put forth a tool that right out of the box, right out of that first install, that people are finding, and our customers are finding use for that. And again, the best part about it is really the team members, that we have, that work at Oxygen, from our development team to our support team, to our training team, to our sales team, to our marketing team, to down to the operations. It has been an unbelievable growth that we've had in from obviously when I started, but we're talking since 9 months ago, of really bringing in a global representation, allowing us to almost 24/7, 24 hours a day, being able to support our customers when they call, when they're able to go in and send in our support tickets, because we understand, as everyone understands digital investigations, they're not going away. They never will go away. And I would say the investigations, if we're talking from the enterprise side of it, if we're talking from the law enforcement side of it, the information from computers, from mobile devices, from cloud services are only going to grow. And building and continue to build tools up for our customers, and being able to give them something that they've asked for, something that they've really built out of all of the fantastic ideas that we have obtained from our customers, then we can just kind of make it into really what they want to see. And again, we're extremely excited about that. And so one of the things, I wanted to make sure I got this out to you. I don't want to say it's been a wait, but I've spoke publicly, about obviously the things that had happened to me. Really once at our partner summit that we had some of our great partners earlier this year. It was pretty difficult, to kind of go through and relive it, and so I'm trying to get out of that and kind of speak to it, understanding that nothing's going to stop me in trying and continuing to do the things that I want to do, and it's really, hey, you always got to think things happen, right? Things happen and you move on from this, and so it'll be again a year in May, but they didn't think I was going to be able to be back on the ski hill. I've been back snow skiing to the dismay of a lot of people, but I told myself I'm going to do it, and that's the same thing going back to running. They didn't expect me to be able to get back into running, and I've continued on to do that. And so that's really where we come from, or we're with at Oxygen. You know what? We might not be the biggest company that's out there, but I can tell you right now, as part of our customers and the things that we deliver for our customers, we're a massive company with unbelievable potential and growth. So I want to again thank everyone. If you saw this, sorry, it's a lot about me. But make sure that you check out, Analytics Center. It is a fantastic addition to our tool suite. Obviously complementing our flagship Oxygen Forensic Detective, as well as probably some other items that might be down the road here in a few months. And I'm really looking forward to share that with you guys as well. So, again, short and sweet. I want to make sure that I thank everyone for all the support that I have received from everyone in and around the community. It's been kind of cool, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting back into the saddle and get some guests on here to talk about digital forensics, and maybe drink a beer or two on this on this journey, right? So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I hear from some of you guys that want to get back onto this. I'm sure I'll be sending out some emails trying to solicit you guys and get you on the show. So again, I appreciate everyone on this wonderful Tuesday. Wow. Doing it on a Tuesday. Hey, maybe if people want to say, hey, let's get together on Friday, I'm always open for that too. Again, I appreciate your time, and thank you guys very much.